For some, the Super Bowl is an opportunity to party with friends and watch the two best teams in the NFL face off. What some may not know, however, is how much impact economically and socially the big game can bring to our community. I caught up with Super Bowl host committee chairman David Rousseau, who gave some insight on how he got into the committee, as well as how impactful the event can be for our community.
President of Salt River Project, and early on in my career here, I represented SRP in the community in an economic development context and met Michael Bidwell, who was chair of Greater Phoenix Economic Council, when I was asked to join that board and help promote the Valley and get quality businesses to locate here, hence quality jobs, which draws better outcomes out of our academic institutions and ultimately makes this a more vibrant place to live. And so in that context, he asked me to chair the 2015 Super Bowl, and we did a good job, and it was a highly successful game, and had both a short-term impact of $720 million in incremental spend that week between restaurants and hotels, and then it had a long-term impact in terms of, I think there were 21 businesses that cite being invited to Super Bowl related activities that we sponsored, to ultimately locating businesses or expanding existing footprints here in the Valley.
Many fans had an opportunity before the Super Bowl to participate in fun events such as the Super Bowl experiences at the Convention Center and Hance Park in Phoenix. Rousseau explained to me the behind-the-scenes process of how those events got put together.
And you have NFL sponsors like Lowe's that were going to be prominently displayed. Fox, the game, who had the game this year, and their local affiliates played a big role in our free event of Super Bowl experience at Hance Park. And then obviously the NFL was Convention Center in the traditional NFL experience.
As for Rousseau himself, while he did express a love for being the lead of the committee and a passion for football, he said it was time to pass the torch to someone else after all the hard work he has put in the past two Super Bowls.
I think my favorite part is just the gratifying experience of working with staff and then like people like Jay Perry, who have done a tremendous job of navigating this process. And I had a lot of meetings. They weren't all productive, but I learned something from each of the meetings back in 2015, and so that's an experience I wouldn't trade. And I'm anxious to hand this role off to someone else that's got a greater level of energy and enthusiasm and creativity that can do it even in a better way. So.